What's up, everybody? Welcome to Forks Over Knives Live. My name is Corey, and this is Steven.
It is.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, Corey. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
We are coming into the beginning part of the year when we are recording this. So it is the beginning of 2025. But whether you're watching this in the middle of 2025 or maybe 5 to 10 years down the road, the information that we'll be sharing today about healthy habits will be applicable to you. Now, we are recording this live. So at the time that we recorded this, it is totally live. So we're going to see some people commenting and things like that. So feel free to let us know where you're watching from and all that kind of fun stuff, of course. But yeah, we're here for you. We do this every now and then, a couple times a month, to really provide as much value as possible in helping you transition to a plant-based diet or incorporate at a basic level more fruits and veggies into your diet. Did I say that right, Stephen?
You said it absolutely right, Corey. And I think the most important thing is that wherever we are in the year, whatever the circumstances are, a whole food plant-based diet is there for you to support your health, your well-being, your fulfillment overall. And everything that we talk about today and in future lives are going to be little tidbits or even big ones that will help guide you, direct you, support you, inspire you along the way. And the beginning of the year, of course, is a great time for everyone because their eyes are on a fresh start. And today, what I love about our conversation is we are talking about 5 ways to make healthy eating habits stick. Again, that works for any time throughout the year, but what a perfect time to start to put them in our mind, get them in our bodies, and then experience them in our kitchens and at our dining tables.
It's so true. And, you know, Forks Over Knives has been here for a long time. #1 documentary on Netflix for years and years. I think the whole company started, in 2011, Stephen? Is that right?
That's when the film released, and then everything has flourished and blossomed from then. And to know that a film was able to turn into cookbooks and magazines and a meal planner and cooking courses and apps and beyond, it's incredible because to have those resources available, I know that when I started my plant-based journey over 15 years ago, there were a lot of great resources, but now there are so many more. This is a perfect time to start your plant-based journey, whether it is for your health, whether it is for ethical, compassionate considerations, the environment, because it's a family thing, and to know that there are so many supportive resources out there. It warms my heart because I know it seems like a daunting thing, Corey, right? A lifestyle change is incredibly challenging seemingly, but to know that the support is there, whether it's with this live or anything else, I know it's a joy for the whole Forks Over Knives team to share that ongoing content and those resources to support journeys all over the world.
Before we dive into the content, which we'll be doing in about 20 seconds, I want to let you guys know that there is a word that you can comment. If you're watching on Facebook specifically, on YouTube, what we're going to do is in the description after the show, we'll make sure we update it. But if you comment with the word tasty, TASTY, we will send you the top 9 recipes of all time from Forks Over Knives. We put them in a nice little PDF for you. It's totally free. No tricks, no anything weird. And just feel free, comment with the word TASTY, and our little automated bot will send you that in one of your direct messages on your Facebook social media. So that's what I wanted to start with.
Corey, I've been around to see a lot of amazing recipes published by the editorial team, by our recipe content team in Forks Meal Planner. To have a top 9 is really, really exciting because these are the ones that people have. They are tried and true and tried and true. They are delicious for me and for you. Yeah. I'm in a rhyming mood, Corey.
That rhymes, yeah,
absolutely. So when you know you have a go-to recipe, just overall, like that becomes a sense of stability, of comfort, and of confidence. Because when entering a new lifestyle, you might not know how to make something. You might not know how it turns out. These top 9 have passed that test of time with hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands. I want to say like tens, hundreds of thousands.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say so many people, right? So comment tasty, get these 9 wherever you're at in your journey. Know that there are so many other people who tried these recipes, love these recipes. And so if you can start to love them too, it will only help you ahead. Corey, I do want to just share a couple of them if possible, just to give people a little like amuse-bouche taste. Because
of course,
when we talk about whole food plant-based eating, we're talking about breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts and beyond. And some of these recipes, one of my personal favorites, Corey, it's one of your personal favorites too. We always talk about outrageously healthy black bean brownies. We are redefining what desserts are with black beans and cocoa powder, and you are enjoying a brownie that you would not even know the difference. Am I right?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And I love this recipe because it's something that you would never think would be a sweet treat, but it's black beans, incorporated into the brownies. And so they're incredible. I'm going to share my screen real quick and, share the PDF.
Yeah.
So that way everybody can see it. And so I'm going to get to the right window.
Yes. The whole idea of the photo speaks 1,000 words and echoes 1,000 grumbles in the stomach when you see it.
Can you see that? Is that good?
No, I can't personally see it. But there we go. I think it is popping up right now. And there it is, front and center. Those are our outrageously healthy black bean brownies. And the wonderful thing for wherever anyone is at in their journey, you're going to find a lot of these recipes include some similar ingredients that are used in different ways. And we're focusing on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, beans of all kinds, tubers, starchy veggies, potatoes, and beyond. And what I love about this is you can load up on black beans, Corey, to make dessert. And before you make dessert, because we got to be somewhat responsible, a little bit further down is our grilled black bean veggie burgers that are in there. Our grilled black bean veggie burgers that I think are right over there, number 6. So to know that you're loading up on black beans, and then you're getting the other ingredients, and you got dinner, maybe lunch, dinner, and dessert already covered. Black beans are the featured ingredient. They are hearty. They are healthy. I just love that about this lifestyle, that you can use so many different foods in different ways to enjoy different types of meals.
Me too. These are whole food, plant-based ingredients, folks. So like Steven said, fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, whole grains. These are the types of foods that we're putting in our body, and we absolutely will feel great. You'll get more than enough protein, more than enough fiber, more than enough healthy carbs, and all that kind of stuff. So you're all set.
Amazing. Now, these recipes that everyone will be getting in the PDF, they're going to have these recipes. They're going to, okay, I'm going to make them. I'm going to love them. I would love to even set some wonderful guidance around, now that I have these recipes, what am I doing, right? That's the big question. Yeah. What am I doing?
It's true. And that's going to take us to the blog post where we talk about 5 ways to make healthy eating habits stick. And so our first one, we're going to fly through these for you guys, and we're just going to offer our advice as to plant-based guys that have, done this for a while. I'm a husband and a father. I've been, whole food plant-based since 2014. So actually, I'm sorry. No, my daughter's 16. So 13 years. So whatever now minus 13 years is.
Yeah, you got like 2011, 2012 in there. I'm 2009 myself. I mean, it's been a while. We've gone through the challenges. It's become familiar and it's become enjoyable. I'll speak for myself, but I'm sure for you, this is a decision that we've made in life that will be a lifetime decision moving ahead.
Oh yeah. This is a lifestyle change. Definitely not a temporary diet or anything like that. So the first one is, when you're trying to, incorporate more plant-based foods, the first thing you want to do is avoid making decisions as much as possible. So what does that mean? Well, for me personally, it means to make sure that your house is stocked with all good things.
Yep.
And when the bad things aren't there, you can't make bad decisions.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Steven?
I think it's called decision fatigue, right? Yeah. It's called decision fatigue. And what we want to do is we want to make sure 2 things. One, that we don't put ourselves in a situation where there are no options available, seemingly. And we don't want to put ourselves in a situation where there's so many options, but they are all of different values and different levels. So to be able to have that willpower initially, and just like you said, when we can stock our fridge and stock our pantry and stock our fruit bowl as soon as possible, to have something there just have something on rotation that is there. For me, knowing that I have some hummus and some carrot sticks that are available, that I have some apples and some peanut butter that are available, that I also have made a batch of black bean burgers that are ready to go. So I don't have to cook when I'm exhausted. I can just warm them up and I have a hearty, healthy meal that's ready to go, it's to avoid making decisions as much as possible. It is the decision to make ahead of time.
Dude, really you're transitioning us into number 2.
Like, I know.
Come on. So that's number 2. Number 2 is when decisions are needed, try to make them in advance, just like Steven just talked about. That meal prep hack about the burgers. I mean, that's incredible. It's gonna serve you better, folks, than going to the store and buying something pre-made. Like, we here at Forks Over Knives are not massive fans of any kind of processed, packaged,
the highly processed stuff. Yeah.
Whether that be, look, if you're trying and you're eating a McDonald's burger and you switch to a Beyond Burger, that's an incredible step one. And you deserve a pat on the back. But where we want you to go is food in its purest form. And we want you to use these foods to make your actual meals. And so that's where we want to get you eventually. But we know it might take time.
And it absolutely does. And the whole idea of when decisions are needed, try to make them in advance. It's how can you prep yourself? It's almost like that time travel version of yourself that goes back and goes, well, thankfully, I'm telling you right now, if you make this ahead of time, then when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have those grumblies, you're going to go, oh my gosh, thankfully, I have this available. And the wonderful thing with so many of these foods is the preparation in larger batch amounts really covers you also. I love cooking. I know you love cooking also, Corey. At least I do believe that.
I do. I love it.
Yeah. So cooking multiple meals and everything like that, I find joy in that. But sometimes life is scattered. Life is busy. Work, family obligations, and beyond. So to be able to know that you've made a big batch of a whole grain, quinoa, brown rice, bulgur, or something like that, to make a big batch of beans or have a whole bunch of canned beans available, chickpeas, black beans, cannellini beans, pinto beans, to have some of those snacks that I mentioned, some fruit that's available and or some veggies, frozen vegetables that can just stay in the freezer for the moment where you can open it and go, I don't have to worry about this going bad. I have my broccoli and my carrots and my cauliflower on point, ready to go when I need it. Those decisions are going to keep you in check. It's going to make you feel better in your mind, in your heart, in your body, so much more. And you won't hit those moments of going, oh no, what do? I feel like I'm navigating my way towards a bad decision, because so many good decisions lie in front of you. And it's not that overwhelming, scattered aspect of it. You've prepared for it, so it's very intentional.
As we move into number 3, folks, we're talking about changing your environment to break bad habits. Yeah. So, Steven, I need you to unpack this one for me, because it's been a while since I've allowed bad habits to kind of be in my world. I do have a young son who struggles with ADHD. And so we try to make the house a very safe place. Yeah. And so talk to me from your experience or what you've heard from other people about, changing that environment and what that means.
It's always interesting because food is such a deep-seated thing for all of us, right? We talk about politics, religion, food, and I know there's a multitude of different topics that are so ingrained based on things culturally, based on our upbringing, based on patterns that we have developed over time. When we're talking about changing our food, our dietary or nutritional lifestyle, that is one aspect of it, but it's still very much related with us, and we live life in so many different ways. Sometimes people say how we do one thing, that's how we do everything, and I don't want to make a blanket statement for that, but we're looking to do interruptions in the poor dietary habits that we have. And so by looking at other aspects of life, how can we change our environment? How can we make it more conducive that maybe we are getting better sleep? I'm a night owl myself, and I'll tell you, being exhausted is not going to help me make a healthier decision or a more apt decision. How can I change my environment, whether it's the actual physical location or my overall schedule flow? How can I incorporate some more organization in that then will parallel and mirror its way to organization when it comes to, oh my gosh, I've organized and planned my meals to or extent, or I have something ready to go. So there's certain lifestyle habits that we can take a look at. And I think that environment also does hit the hardest when it does come to our kitchen, our pantry. I know we've already talked about that, but that is our most direct food environment. Yeah. So as we take a look at what's there and what we wish to get rid of, I know some people say, you know what? I don't want to throw things out, so I'm going to at least eat my way through them. And that can be absolutely fine as long as we are bringing in all of the new healthy things. We're slowly crowding out the old and we are bringing in the new. And I think that's a big thing that I love to say, Corey. If we can focus rather on cutting things out immediately, so sometimes we feel limited. We go, oh no, I feel restrictive. I feel like I'm missing something. Well, let's bring all the healthy things in, the healthy foods, the healthy habits, good sleep, drinking lots of water, some exercise here and there. All of those things support each other and eventually will crowd out some of the poorer habits and make it easier to then say, I feel a lot more confident in following this dietary lifestyle for myself, for my health, because the environment in my mind, in my heart, and in my physical space has changed.
Beautiful, man. You said it. You said it best. Thank you. Thank you for that. We're flying into number 4, and then we got one more. Don't forget, guys, at the bottom there, you're seeing a ticker kind of like go by. That's gonna give you the top 9 recipes of all time for forks over knives. It's a free PDF, no strings attached. We're just gonna send it to you in a DM on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, just comment with the word tasty and our bot will send it to you. But if you're on YouTube, just hang tight. If you comment tasty or whatever, we'll respond to you. Me, our team, we'll get back to you and we'll send you the link. So no worries.
And these recipes, we're talking about oil-free hummus. Just to know, making your own hummus can be simple and easy, and you can try so many different things with it. We have a great recipe that starts you off with a nice standard oil-free hummus that you can then make different variations to. We got a Thai vegetable noodle soup, those outrageously healthy black bean brownies that we talked about. One of my favorites, Corey, and those are the smoky little devils for anyone who grew up or tried deviled eggs. How about little mini potatoes and some mashed chickpeas that can, and with mustard and a bunch of paprika and other spices that can really replicate that favorite appetizer that we had at parties growing up.
Beautiful. Number 4, folks, this is a big one. Don't let yourself get too hungry. And this is, I think, an opportunity for us to talk about calorie density versus nutrient density, right? And when we say the word density, just so we're clear, we're talking about heavy, right? So calorie dense foods are going to fill you up very quickly and you're going to feel, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm right, Stephen? Yeah, they fill you up very, very quickly. Yeah, but it's too many calories.
It's a lot of calories and it's not as many nutrients. And so the body goes, I need more, I need more, I need more. And what we end up doing is eating more of the bad stuff to try to satisfy the body. And by that point, we are eating too many calories while not getting the nutrition.
Boom, man, you said it so much better than me. Thank you. Because I'm skipping over myself. I'm like, I'm going to sound really smart. Wait a minute. And then,
but what you're trying to get at, Corey, I do believe, is also saying that eating plant-based is not just salads. It's not just leafy greens, which sometimes is that idea when we don't know of the foods that are available. We're just eating lettuces and other things, and we are getting hungry, and then we go to some of the bad options.
Yes, true.
So the whole idea is that those foods that Corey and I have both mentioned, fruits, vegetables, including leafy greens, yes, but also the more calorically dense, nutrient-dense foods, our whole grains, our beans, lentils, peas of all kinds, our potatoes, sweet potatoes, our starchy vegetables, those have a lot more of that bulk that are going to fill you up so that while you are also eating a ton of those leafy greens and salads, you will be getting the proper nutrients. The nutrient density is so high, and you'll also be getting the appropriate amount of calories while not eating those other foods that are so high in calories, but so low in nutrients. A big one for me, Corey, monster salads right here. I said it, the monster salad. No tiny plate side salad. I'm talking about find your biggest bowl, fill it with those leafy greens, but also put that brown rice on top, put those chickpeas on top, put those bell peppers and those cucumbers, and sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. I want it to be a massive meal, and it's amazing how far a monster salad can go to fill you up, but not so you don't feel disgustingly full. And that is another beautiful thing about this lifestyle. Have you experienced that also?
I have. I'm a dad, so I've got a tip here. After dinner, if your kids come to you and they're like, you know what, the words are, I'm starving. I need something else. I'm like, you just had a full dinner, man. But my kids, they will say, you know, I'm hungry. And I tell them that if it's after a certain time, I believe it's 8 o'clock because bedtime is like 9 o'clock. I say, you can have an apple. And they know. And the truth is like, you can eat as many apples as you want because the nutrients and everything else, even the water content, all of them, you're going to feel fine and they're going to go to bed still feeling light. Their body's not going to have to do a ton of work to digest in the middle of the night. And they're going to feel great. So, you know, I think that nutrient density is so massively important. It's like the bang for your buck, folks. If you're going to eat an apple, come on, an apple's got to be under 100 calories. And
it's low in calories,
the amount of vitamin C, fiber, healthy carbs that you're getting from that apple are going to be so beneficial for you. Neither of us are nutritionists or dietitians, but I think we all know that apples are going to be better than a bowl of like sugar-laden cereal that's made by one of the big box, you know, companies out there.
It's going to be that those are those empty calories, and then your body's going to go, I want more. You know, so you know, those apples, those potatoes, those chickpeas, those blueberries, all those fruits and veggies, the broccoli, the cauliflower, like you're going to be filling your body up to the point, and you want to eat till satiety. You want to eat until you are full. And early on in your journey, it may feel like you need to eat a larger volume of food because you are adjusting from a previous way of eating where you were consuming a lot and not quite getting there. So in this case, it feels like you're consuming a lot and going, I'm not quite getting there. But these are the foods that are actually going to start syncing up with your body, telling your body, you know what? I feel full and I'm covered because you're eating that balanced variety of these nutrient dense foods. And we're talking the macronutrients, protein, fat, carbohydrates.
What's that? She had a huge salad with beans and a sumo. I'm guessing that's a sumo apple, right? Is that the type? Is there a sumo apple?
Possibly.
Do they wrestle, sumo apples?
Sumo apples definitely wrestle.
Can't believe I just said that. But okay, so good for you, Mona. I'm sorry. I was just really happy for you that you ate a sumo apple. But it could have been a sumo orange. I think they're sumo oranges. Yeah. Okay. Fleming, our producer, is shaking his head. It's a sumo orange.
Okay.
But man, they should make sumo apples. That would be good.
That'll be maybe one of our next conversations.
I'll call up the apple industry, just like in general, and I'll just moving on. Number 5. This is
that's an important thing also, Corey, it's to show that there's so much variety of different foods that are out there. So there's no specific one type of apple or one type of orange or one type of whole grain or one type of bean. You might have your favorites. You might have ones that are not available to you. There is an abundance of food is what we are saying. So
your favorite apple on 3. You ready? Favorite apple on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Honey Cosmic Crisp.
All right. We both have crisp. Yours Cosmic I've not tried, but I'm going to next.
Oh, it's out of this world, Corey.
All right, I'm going to try. Okay. Oh, even Amanda. Amanda, I see you. Amanda from our customer support team. She's like, Corey, sumo is an orange.
Yes.
Thank you, Amanda.
And Amanda has the answers. If you've been getting a lot of information in the comments right here, whether they are tips or links or beyond, that is Amanda who is there for you. Thank you, Amanda.
Okay, this last tip, because we only got a couple minutes left, Stephen, but this last tip is probably the most important, especially where we're at in the year when we recorded this episode. So it's the beginning of 2025 right now. And when you're starting off any new year, new you, it's important that you focus on you. Focus on you. Stephen, unpack that for me.
You know, I think that the word selfish takes on a negative connotation, right? When someone says you're being selfish, it often is used to say you are looking out for yourself at the detriment of others. But I want to bring it back over here because it's not quite selfless that we're looking for, but being selfish in taking care of ourselves and not necessarily, it's not at the detriment of others, but it's bringing that focus on with all of the things that we are dealing with in life. It's very easy to lose track or to let go. You know what? I can take care of others for all of those caregivers out there in whatever way. I'll make it through somehow. And to be able to redirect that back to ourselves and start early on begins to break poor patterns and habits of more destructive or poor choice behavior. And it redirects it to building ourselves up to everything that Corey and I just talked about today. everything becomes easier to latch onto. The decision making, the planning ahead, the changing the environment, when we have a greater love and attention to ourselves. So supporting ourselves is a focus. And if we don't feel like we have it, find community with others who are looking to support themselves. And that's another reason why I love this Forks Over Knives community, Corey. We have a Facebook group of hundreds of thousands of people who are exploring this lifestyle or already in this lifestyle. We have so many social media platforms, resources, and even these lives over here. It's a chance for you and I to connect, Corey, because we don't get to see each other. We live in different areas, so we don't get to see each other face to face. And connect with you, even though we don't get to see your faces directly, you at least get to see ours, and we get to have this conversation with you. So to find communities and support that can then lift you up in your own personal decisions, to inspire you. That is one way that I see one can focus on supporting themselves as early as possible to make that a new habit. Are there any other strategies or ways that you have employed or that you see benefit people with supporting themselves?
Yeah, what I like to do is comment with the word tasty, and then what happens is an automatic PDF is sent to me that has the top 9 recipes from Forks Over Knives.
I agree with that. I agree with that. We have our recipes, we find our community, find a great resource out there, whether it's on an app or otherwise. Forks Meal Planner is a wonderful service that will streamline your menu creation, your shopping, your cooking, your prepping, your overall planning. To have that available to you, it only bolsters you. So, yeah. Oh man, Corey.
Seriously though, like I can't thank you. We're here every other Friday, so thank you very much for being here. And then my computer just kicked in and took over. I actually said, when I said seriously, it thought I said SIRI, and that took me away for a second. So apologies, folks.
Corey, we were talking a lot about apples earlier on, so it is only fitting that the other apple that we did not mention, comes on in. So eat those apples, eat those oranges. Comment tasty to get those top 9 recipes that can kick you off with all different types of meals and let you know this is not only possible, but this is enjoyable.
Have a great day, everyone. A great year, and we'll be here for you whenever you need us. We'll see you soon.